love machine quilting with rulers. So today I'm going to be showing you how to use our Sway 4 machine quilting ruler and the Sway 3 machine quilting ruler to quilt this fun flower design in a 4-inch quilt block. Every year in September, I host a fun free machine quilting class called the 9 Patchalong. And this year we are on the 9 Patchalong 6.0. It's the 6th year of this fun free machine quilting class. But in the class, I teach you how to use my machine quilting rulers to machine quilt 9 patch quilt blocks. It's so much fun. This year's class will be here in September. We'll open registration later this summer, but you can go at any time and enroll in any of the first 5 versions. You could also pick up a panel if you want to quilt along with me in September. This panel I purchased from Honest Fabrics. If you do purchase one, make sure you get the 50 by 60 inch size so you can quilt the same as me. Or you can piece your own quilt top, and we do have a piecing pattern available on our website. But anyways, back to the block that I'm quilting. I'm quilting this 4-inch square because down at the bottom of my panel I have 9 bonus blocks. I like to use these just as an extra place to really play around and be creative. It's a chance for me to play around with the machine quilting rulers. Really, the possibility with these rulers is endless. So today I'll bring you down here and show you how I start out by marking out this design and then quilting using the machine quilting rulers. Oftentimes when you see me machine quilting with the Sway rulers, I'll start out by doing a bit of marking. So I'm using the straight side here of the Sway 4 machine quilting ruler and the disappearing ink marking pen to mark these designs. I've really been liking this marking pen for my markings. It's been interesting to see, like, these markings I actually did about 24 hours ago and they're still pretty heavily there, so I'll probably mix them with a mixture of 1 cup of water and 1 teaspoon of baking soda to see if they'll remove. But whenever I'm testing a product like this, I like to do it on like my class samples or something that I'm practicing on, just to make sure I know that the product's going to work the way I think it is. Anyways, back to what I'm working on here. So I've started out by marking an X through the center of this block, but I'm also going to line up that ruler and mark a T through the center. These lines that I'm marking will become reference points as I'm machine quilting. So I've designed all of the Sway machine quilting rulers so that the circular end and the concave side on the rulers are designed for quilting. I've taken into consideration that you need to use a ruler foot. Then I've also designed the hook end here for marking. So I'll line up these marked lines here on the Sway 4 machine quilting ruler right on top of those marked lines. I don't have to do this step, but I'm just showing you that you can always do as much or as little marking as you would like. By marking out your design, you can get an idea, okay, do I like what that's going to look like? Might save you from doing a little bit of unpicking. But I'm just flipping the ruler and lining up those lines and marking around the outside. So now I can see there's the circle that I can create with that ruler. And I like that. So the next thing that I want to do is use the Sway 3 machine quilting ruler, and I'm going to mark just a couple of these curves, but I want to quilt a point-to-point melon through each of those marked lines. So this little flower I'm going to create here. So I'll just mark a few of these, not all of them. I like that curve. I like the way that it's looking. So when I quilt this, I'll now use the circular end and the concave to quilt those point-to-point curves. I'm going to begin my quilting there on the left side of the block. I will still line up these markings here on the circle end of the Sway 4. I'll line those up right on top of the markings that I marked on the block. So more reference points never hurt. I don't think you can over mark. All right, so I'll use gentle pressure and glide the foot around the side of the ruler. When I stop, I'll stop and adjust my ruler, reposition it. You see that I can stop, or I like to stop with a needle in the down position so that nothing moves, everything will be smooth. And then often with a circle like this, because I have marked this line, now I'll just hold this concave side of this Sway 4 machine quilting ruler so that it's 1/4 of an inch away from where I want my thread to go. And it makes it so that I can hold the ruler in a more comfortable position. And I also feel like I have a little bit more control. All right, I like that. So I've got that outside circle done. Now I'm going to use the Sway 3 machine quilting ruler, but I'm going to show you how I'll quilt to the center and then I'll continue across and I'll repeat that working kind of in this snaking pattern. So I'm not going to go back to where I started. This is the last place that I'll go. I love it. I loved how that design turned out. Flowers are always just so much fun to quilt, and they're so fun when you can do them with the machine quilting rulers. So just a reminder, the 9 Patchalong 6.0 will be back in September of 2025. You can still enroll in any of the previous versions over on our website. You can also pick up our machine quilting rulers and the piecing pattern on our website. Before you run though, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and I will be back soon with another machine quilting video.